All right, good afternoon. We've got two other councilmen. They are coming today. They'll be here in time by the time we jump into the actual meeting, but they both said they might be a few minutes late to the work session. So really, we don't have much on the work session except for committee updates and department head updates. So Councilman Robinson?
So, yeah, I had a rec board meeting last night. They presented the sort of the conceptual plan of what we might do at the rec property at 13 and 32. A lot of good stuff on there. I mean, obviously, as far as the plan is concerned, it's great. How much it costs and whether we can do any of it, and when we can do it. They've got it broken down into phases. So you guys will see that soon enough. But you know, it was a great start, good-looking plan. Just got to get into but it had, you know, space for baseball, basketball, football, softball, and some other things.
What kind of time, I mean, I know it's all probably up to us to be determined, but what kind of projected time frame did they?
They didn't.
Okay.
Just sort of a layout and sort of a phasing of how it would be built. And then, obviously, it would be up to us to determine when and how much we wanted to do.
Got here a lot faster than I was expecting. Good job. I know. Well, the only thing you missed was Councilman Robinson just giving a 1-minute update on the rec board committee. So we can circle back around to you, give you a minute. But Councilwoman Booth, any updates on your committees?
I met with the museum this morning, and I just want to kind of get a feel of what's going on with them. And they first of all wanted to thank the Arts and Crafts Festival. They made a donation to the Friends of the Museum, and they were able to buy this really unique display case, and it has like a humidifier in it and UV protection. And so I just want to shout out to the Arts and Crafts Festival and thank them on behalf of the museum. And then also the museum, I talked to them about their budget. They're very happy. They are really working on modernizing the museum, bringing it up to date. And I had a good meeting with them, very happy with their budget and looking forward to their future. And I do have to talk to the council after the meeting. They've got some things that they need to clear out of the museum, which is a process. And so they've asked for us to be their advisory board for now until they can get one put together. So I think you guys will agree.
Councilman Burrell.
Yeah, we had an airport authority meeting on Tuesday night. Runway update, runway scheduled to open on the 25th, which is on schedule. They've been blessed with some good weather. They will start dismantling the temporary runway immediately after that. No TAMs or notices to pilots have been put out to everyone. And, you know, so far the budget this year has probably been their best ever. Probably, you know, with the new contracts with Teledyne and with Flightline First. So, you know, everything's looking good on the airport authority. The airport continues to expand, and, you know, we're still waiting on the environmental report, which I think is just pretty much finished up now for the west side land that's owned by the airport authority. That the intention is to deed that over to the city once the environmental aspect of that grant application is completed. That's it.
Thank you. And I just have parking authority is kind of in a holding pattern until the completion and submission of the parking study that's being done. And then I had my first personnel board or personnel committee meeting this morning, and seems like a good group, and look forward to working them. They meet at 7 a.m. bright and early, so that was actually very nice for my schedule, but it seems like a good group, and look forward to working with them and getting to know what all they're working on coming up. So, at this time, the only other items we have are department head updates, and we will take advantage of that to address any issues or any items you have on the agenda as well. If you just come forward at your pleasure.
Good afternoon. I've got item number 9 on the agenda. It's a resolution Approving the selection of Hope Hicks with Ball, Matthews, and Novak for professional legal services, specifically for human resources, labor and employment advice and counseling to the city. Authorizing Mayor Sullivan to execute the engagement letter. This is budgeted and is annual renewal we do with Hope.
Questions, council?
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
I've got agenda items 12, 13, and 14, but I've got a walk-on tonight I'd like to talk about. So this is the rehab of well 8. We had a catastrophic failure in the summer months.
Hold on, what are we talking about? What number are we on? Are we on the walk-on first?
This is a walk-on, yes, sir.
Okay, so that one is item number 23 or 22.
23.
And if I-
23.
Yeah, if I can just preface that by saying, we had planned
To
to
bring it
add that
Monday.
to the agenda before the agenda was published, but when we moved the meeting, that's what expedited, because the bid opening was this morning.
That's
So they
right.
took time to vet everything and make sure they met all specs.
So
No
we,
problem.
we received two firms that bid on this job, and Donald Smith won the lowest bid by a pretty significant amount.
Council, any questions for Daryl on the well number 8? Item number 23.
Okay, well, item number 12, this is for additional engineering services for Three Notch Group for the Grand Hotel lift station project, and this is for them to do some additional engineering for a force main that's going to go under the Grand Hotel bridge. They're going to be raising that bridge and doing a significant amount of work upgrading that bridge, so they moved on that project a lot faster than we anticipated. We do have a budget for this to cover the cost, but this is for them to keep the same engineer on that project, to keep this project moving without redoing the entire process.
So, I'm sorry, so let me make sure, did the scope of the work change?
There was an additional scope of work due to the bridge getting rebuilt.
Okay, that was not in that, and so the 37.5 will cover that.
Correct.
Scope surveying, C and I.
That's right.
And the bridge replacement's a county project,
It is.
Is it what?
county project.
Questions on the lift station project for Daryl?
Okay, item number 13, this is down at the wastewater treatment plant. This is part of the belt press project. We've got to build a structure over the rental press, and eventually, when that works out, this is a permanent structure for when we do get our permanent belt press.
Is that budgeted item?
It is, yes, sir.
Council, any questions on that item for the roof? And this is that's just for the roof,
Yes, it's a structure that's going to cover the equipment.
Currently,
That's
that's
going to
just
be a
open,
permanent
yeah.
structure?
It will be a
It
permanent
will
structure.
be built for the next, if we end up buying one.
It's open right now. There's no infrastructure there for a roof at all. So they're gonna have to put the plywood in, put the roofing on and everything. It's just completely open. It's a cinder block, kind of square.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all have probably seen it when you've been down to the wastewater treatment plant. Probably familiar with it.
It's right there on the left-hand side as you go down the driveway.
I remember that.
questions?
I have one more question about the budget on that. So what budget is that coming out of? Because it's saying it's currently budgeted to the exact dollar of the cost. And as good as you guys can budget sometimes, I doubt you put in $54,936.
We are
in
that
your-
good, Mr.
In
Burger.
your budget. So is that coming out of general maintenance or general, is it
So-
some kind of general fund or something?
So we budgeted a specific amount for that project. There's multiple components to
Okay,
that
so
project.
that's just something
This is
that's
just
coming
one
out of that project.
This is just one of those components to that project.
And we were, if I understand, we were under budget on that originally, right?
We will be.
We're having to lease that press, and then
Ab-
the
yeah,
concrete, I
absolutely.
think, may have came in under budget. All that's coming out of a pot of money.
Yes,
I
it is a
understand.
budgeted.
I understand.
The whole project was budgeted for $100,000. This is $54,000 of it. On the agenda, it lists previous action. You've already taken action for the concrete, to do the slab, the foundation, is working on it. And then this, the roofing system. So we believe we're gonna be about 15,000 under budget for the total project.
Great. Thank you.
Item number 14.
Item number 14, this is for Envirotech. This is, we put some product into our wastewater system that consumes the grease. And what that does is prevent blockages, and it prevents problems with the collection system. So this is a not-to-exceed budgeted item for us to maintain that service.
Okay, this is just something we buy annually.
There, Andrew, you didn't know you were going to be an expert in grease abatement when you took this job, did you?
Yeah, I'm learning a lot, but I didn't know that I needed to know. But Daryl's doing a great job.
Thank you.
Questions for Darryl on this item or anything else? Thank you, sir.
All right,
And I
thank you.
appreciate y'all getting that turned around quickly enough to get that on the agenda on item 22, or 23.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate y'all being willing to add it, so we don't have to wait
Well, I mean,
another 15 or 16
we
days.
we
to
knew
get
it was
started.
planned for Monday, and that, no need to delay 3 weeks
Thank
just
you.
to,
How you doing, George?
All right,
George,
how are y'all?
doing good. How are you today, sir?
Doing good. Got a couple items on the agenda. One of them is number 6, the ordinance for the garbage trash collection and disposal. It's the same one we talked about last time, where we're just cleaning up some language to make it easier for us to enforce it. Questions on that one? And then I got item number 15, which is the annual flower budget. It's a not-to-exceed number of $165,500. That is just for our annual change-out flowers that we purchase every year. And then I've also got number 16, which is the potting soil from Sun Growers. It's potting soil that we use for the beds, all the green boxes and white boxes. It's just a same thing we do every year. Any questions on those?
Gotta have our flowers.
That's right, beautification.
Not to step on them tonight.
Right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
what a beautiful tie. Just noticed that.
Like that, pretty Thanksgiving looking, I thought.
Yeah, Thanksgiving tie.
We're trying to
y'all.
look
Yeah,
fancy.
thank you, George.
Evening, Council. Got, speak toward number 17. That's our annual contract for outerwear and pants, uniform pants for FR. And that's multiple employees that have to have FR for everyday work. Any questions?
You want to say what FR is, just for people who might be
They're
watching?
flame retardant. It's
Yeah.
just for gas, water, some in water. We all have to wear those in electric, so, all the meter readers. So, pretty good bit of employees that wear FR day to day.
And does everybody have sort of a staggered allotment of, hey, you get this amount of money per year to go by, or just when you run low, you come tell them you need more?
So we budget, we budget for at least 6 uniforms per year, the electric department does, and then I allot some money just for turnover, and then, like you said, if holes, and, because they're good for about 52 washes, if they wash them right. So,
That it? That's the only item? you
that's
got?
it. Hope to see everybody here at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, you guys been working hard.
Fish to fry right now.
Well, they have, I haven't, so.
I saw some last minute stuff, and I assumed that was maybe snow machines instead of,
Snow machines and then the hardware store. We had to prep them trees a little bit, so, yeah.
Ben does a lot more than you guys know. He welds boxes for this event so he can hide cords, I think. Is that correct?
Arts and crafts.
Arts and crafts.
Yes, ma'am. So,
got my thing wrong.
Thank you.
Wrong.
They do a lot for this event. They were downtown last night till probably 9:30 or so, setting snow machines and getting everything ready. They're the elves behind the scene.
Yes.
I hope y'all are out there enjoying it tonight. And
They do. It is nice when they all come on.
everyone's
I won't jinx myself.
holding their breath until that moment, right?
Yeah, it's been a stressful day, so.
I bet so.
I bet.
And like I
Nervous.
said, Public Works does a lot with us too on this event, all events, so. I was told the other day I could give a shout out to Isaac, so.
All right,
You're
good.
correct.
Good,
Always
thank
give
you.
a shout out.
That's right.
Well, appreciate you
All
saying
right,
that.
thank
We
y'all.
appreciate you. You're doing a great job.
All right. Jeff, how are you doing?
All right, IT's got two items. One, we've asked to be walked on for our Microsoft licenses, and the other one is 18. This is to add additional notification / music systems downtown. What I'm trying to do is cover the entire footprint for the Arts and Crafts Festival. So when we have thousands of people downtown, they'll be able to get onto onto Wi-Fi and take that load off the cell network and have internet to do the transactions that they need to do. Also, it allow us to do the emergency notifications if needed. I think we've activated it about 3 times since we've installed it downtown for severe weather events. It's worked out pretty good. So there are 2 quotes for that one. One to add additional stations, and these are mainly going to be on Bancroft, and then another quote to upgrade the existing stations that we have to add Wi-Fi, more Wi-Fi downtown. Some of the Wi-Fi stations that we have downtown are probably about 8 years old, so it's time for them to be upgraded. Total cost on that is $91,715, and we budgeted $95, so this is just a little bit under budget.
Just real quick on this, I just wanted to mention, I mean, certainly arts and crafts is a big driver and a good reason for doing it, but this has benefits beyond just that one weekend.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Of
So
having
when
increased Wi-Fi. And-
day to day, when it's really doing nothing, it's just playing music. You just got some background ambient music playing.
But enhanced Wi-Fi for
Yeah.
throughout the day for people downtown.
Right, yeah. I mean, we can, during the day, we average about 300 people a day that connect to our Wi-Fi right now. I think it's just a good benefit that we can offer our visitors and residents.
We also have point of sale, like at the farm market, that kind of stuff, but arts and crafts in particular, I mean, I'm sure y'all probably heard it. It's really hard for a lot of those vendors to get on their point of sale with as many people as we have downtown, so this will help that out.
No, I agree. I just am pointing that out because for 91,000, if you were only doing it for a 3-day event, it wouldn't really be justifiable. So I just
No.
wanted to point out that there's other benefits beyond just covering.
No. So, I mean, if there was, a severe thunderstorm warning to happen right now, then dispatch over there would just press a button and it'll announce that, hey, we've got a thunderstorm warning, seek shelter. And
Gotcha.
that could happen at any time.
And then item 22, the walk-on, we talked a little bit about this, but if you don't mind kind of walking through this with council, I'm sure people have a few questions.
So, yeah, I got a call from SHI. They're our reseller for Microsoft, and they said that Microsoft rejected our purchase order. This was originally approved on October 13th, but even before that, the quote had expired, and normally it's not that big a deal. It happened last year, but this year they had a price increase on their licensing. So they rejected our PO due to the quote being expired, and then they resubmitted a new quote that was about a little less than $8,000 extra. So that's the reason why I'm having to walk it on. I need to get approval to so we can cover that extra $8,000. And these licenses expire end of this month, so I don't think we have really another chance to do it, and that's why we need to do it on this council session. It was just unfortunate. I think Jenny included a timeline of kind of how, what happened. You know, by the time that, we had council approval and everything, it was October 23rd. By the time we got it to SHI, and that quote had expired October 5th. So,
But what the consequence of this is that they start canceling emails, correct?
oh, the consequences would be, I mean,
Yeah, we can't-
everything runs through Microsoft. I've got email,
Yeah. I don't think we have really a lot of option because of that.
Yeah.
I just think that it's one of those things if, you know, it is costing $8,000 because we weren't maybe looking at the deadlines and trying to get everything submitted in time to hit those. It's costing an extra 8% basically, but.
I mean, I will tell you, their initial cost was $122,000. I was able to kind of negotiate that a little bit.
All right, well, I appreciate that. I did not know that. Thank
And,
you.
yeah, so so the final cost was $100,970.39.
This is annual licensing.
It's an annual licensing, yeah.
I just flag it when it comes in next year, make sure it gets turned around.
Yeah, the way it falls.
Everybody involved with it, make sure.
Yeah, the way it
it's
falls
turned.
is unfortunate. It's right between where the budget renews, you know, the budget year, and had to get a council meeting at the right time. I wish I could change the date, but they won't let that happen either.
Jeff, you did say that you had vetted all the users on this email to make sure everybody's active. We don't have inactive users or anything.
Right. Each license is assigned to a user. We keep a couple, maybe one or two on hand, for new users or just a kind of a spontaneous user that needs email, but we don't have like an abundant of unused licensing that we can get rid of, to trim that down a little bit, but.
Yeah, I have a question about the Microsoft 365. I actually found my renewal for my Microsoft 365 on my phone. And I have family, which may be different than what we're using, but, you know, it'll do, you know, everything that I needed to do. And I think I could get 5 or 6 licenses with that, and that was $129.99 a year.
Yeah.
So we're paying $284.54 a year. We're paying almost $100, and we got to pay for it per person. So my cost per person comes out to about $25, let's say, and we're paying $300 a person for the city.
Right, so there are different tiers of licensing. Of course, that's the home user license. Then we've got the lowest tier E1 license. That's line number 4 on the invoice. That's the lowest cost one. That'll give you Microsoft Office and email, but web-based. So if we have, you know, like an employee that's out in the field that just needs email access, that'd be the license that they get. Then the majority of our users have an E3 license. That's kind of the middle of the road. There's an E5 that has every bell and whistle, but E3 is the middle of the road, and it gives you access to things like the record retention. So we keep all emails for 7 years. So we've got to pay. We have to do that, and we have to pay for that. So it retains all emails for 7 years. You got advanced antivirus and malware detection, Teams. There's a little bit more to it than just your
That's what I
basic
wanted
home
to know.
user that
Okay.
a business user. You know, there's a difference.
I got you.
Right.
That's what I wanted to hear. Okay.
Thank
Good
you,
question.
sir. Any other questions for Jeff?
All right.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yep.
I appreciate that.
Afternoon, everyone.
Hey, Josh.
Up next, anybody?
Paige's not here, but she's got 20 and 21.
She be here later, or you?
I don't know, she'll be here because she's down there.
Okay, so let's just take a look at those real quick.
But
One
that's
is
the fireworks for New
fireworks
Year's
for New
Eve
Year's
and
the
the
music for New
band.
Year's Eve.
It's typical annual expenses that we have related to New Year's Eve.
Where do we shoot those off at? Is that from the dock or?
It's
No,
not,
you're in
there's a
Sanders.
location downtown.
Oh, it's downtown, okay. I was wondering about the shell
That's
size.
for New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
We do, for
Kinda
this
behind
show, we don't do
Falcon's
anything
Nest.
more than 3 to 4 inch mortars because you have to have that clearance.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it's a, pretty congested area.
Yep.
We typically don't tell people where we're shooting them off at, although they can probably find it just simply
Yeah,
because you don't want
It's
people
not
down
off the
there.
water, though.
No, it's not over the water.
Okay. Now, going back to the top, then we've got a final adoption for Hilltop North. We've got the Environmental Advisory Board ordinance final adoption. Councilman Burrell, would you want to cover item number 8? Is that?
Oh, let me look.
Or Mayor, would one of
Kim?
y'all be involved?
Or Kim, yeah.
Okay.
Kim's
It
the
was-
one
It was
who's been-
FAA,
yeah.
so thought it might be an airport
It's the
authority.
grant. It is. It's a grant.
We basically have to accept these things on behalf of the airport as the airport sponsor. It's just,
Yeah, the grant,
Red
the
tape.
grant runs through our office, and so, the airport has a grants manager, and then everything runs through me, and, but, we determined that we didn't have a resolution, for this grant, for the airport. That's the reason Lisa added this one to the agenda. And then number 11 is for professional services from Grants Management, and that's to add them for this next year. They're currently working on, out of that contract, we can have them for different grants, but they're currently working on using this for the K-1 Center. They're working on that grant, and also,
Close out on the waterfront and
yeah.
on.
Well, those are separate projects, so that's where, and any other small grants that come through, we utilize them. So,
Okay.
any other questions?
Item number 10 is Matt McDonald with Jones Walker for a conflict, in the event of a conflict. So this is just to have a
Yeah.
engagement letter so that you've got a resource.
And I wouldn't necessarily say that it has to be Matt. I mean, because Matt, I think, is kind of semi-retired. So probably
Jones
just
Walker?
a selection of an attorney affiliated with Jones Walker. Because I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, Hunter, we've used somebody else from there too, haven't we?
I believe we have, but Ken retired fully.
Oh, Ken fully
Oh.
retired, okay. Yeah, but that's who we've had an engagement letter with before in order to handle things that maybe Chris is conflicted out on.
Okay. Well, they've got good attorneys. I'm sure we can
Yeah.
find somebody there that's. And the only other item I had was on the True Narc solution kit. And that's part of that McKesson settlement.
Yeah, have you have any questions about that? Yeah, we're asking to purchase the True Narc handheld narcotic analyzer with the McKesson funds, which was the opioid funding that we have. This device, it detects or identifies over 530 controlled substances, which helps reduce the risk of officers having physical contact with the drugs in question.
Like handling fentanyl type of thing and all the side effects. About that?
Any particular reason why this one versus any other ones? or
This is
like-
the only company that has this.
There you go. Makes it easy.
All right,
Any other updates, anything we need to know, Chief? All good?
we're just getting ready for tonight.
Oh, yeah. Just
Thank
a
you.
few extra visitors in town, right?
Just a few.
Anybody else? I think we pretty well covered agenda items. All right. Why don't we take like a 5-minute break if we even need one, just so we give a little more time. I'm not sure if Owens is here. Trey? Okay, perfect. Well, take a 5-minute break and we'll come back and it's good. Pretty quick. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the regular Fairhope City Council meeting, or actually the special call Fairhope City Council meeting, different time, different day, but we have Pastor Trey Sullins of Three Circle Church. He's going to give the opening prayer, and then we'll follow that with a pledge. Thank you, Pastor Trey.
Y'all pray with me. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight. We ask for wisdom. We ask for guidance. We ask that you bless this meeting. God, may your name be lifted up and glorified in all things. God, I pray that as matters are discussed, that your wisdom prevails and not our own intentions, but God, that you are here. And your word says that if we ask for wisdom, that you will give it. God, help us to be good stewards of what you have given us. I love you, Father, and I thank you in your Son's precious and holy name. Amen. Flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you, Pastor Trey. All right, council, I appreciate y'all being ready and able to meet on a Thursday at 3 and 3:30. It's a little different, but every once in a while this does come up. So before we get started with the agenda, we do have a couple of items that were add-ons to the agenda. They're in your packet as add-ons, but they're not on the agenda that was officially
Council President, I will make a motion to amend the agenda to add items 22 and 23.
Thank you. We've got a motion and a second. All those in favor of the additions, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, thank you, council. First order of business would be to approve the minutes of the November 10th regular city council meeting and the minutes of the November 10th work session.
Make a motion to approve?
A second?
Got a motion and a second. Anybody see any changes, additions? All right, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, Mayor, your report.
Thank you. So glad the air's on in here. There's a 100% chance of snow tonight, but it's a little warm outside right now for my fur. So, so glad that the air's on. Just a couple things. This month the other day I did declare November as National Care at Home Month for Thomas Home Health. 90% of Americans want to age in place with home care, and it allows families to stay together, provide greater health and dignity and comfort in our communities. And so was able to declare November as National Care at Home Month and was happy to do that. So I appreciate Thomas coming to me and asking me to do that. And again, it's one of those things that not all of us think about until we need it, which is caring for, our people at home. So glad to be able to do that. The other thing I want to mention is there is still some paving to be done around town, specifically on Section Street and at the roundabout. We're going to finish that up Monday, Tuesday, hopefully early Wednesday, get ready for the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, so we're not paving and we can get rid of all those orange and white cones and detour signs. So I want to make sure everybody's aware of that. We'll also be starting, putting out some information, starting the 44 or 46 KV loop right there by Thomas, doing some things there, and all the way out to Dyer Road. So we'll be working on that upcoming, and also the water lines that will be coming down Fairhope Avenue as well as on 181 and down Gayfer. So moving outside of town, but again, outside of downtown, but again, we'll continue with some of that infrastructure work, but you will see some paving on Monday and Tuesday of next week. I think they're actually going to start on Sunday to be able to kind of expedite that Sunday evening. So just want to let everybody know about that. The other thing I want to mention, of course, we have the tree lighting tonight. Lights on at 6 o'clock. Also, this weekend on Saturday, we have Movie in the Street. That begins at 6:30. It's The Grinch. It's in downtown right there on Fairhope Avenue, right there by the Cat's Meow. In that area, come out in your pajamas. Bring your lawn chairs or your blankets. There will be popcorn, so come downtown and enjoy that. And then, of course, on Sunday, we have Downtown Open House, which is an annual tradition. That's when the stores start staying open between 1 and 5 till the through the holiday season. Just want to remind everybody that those local businesses are who support us all year long. So please, if you get a chance, go downtown and support them. They've been very supportive of us, blocking off streets and parking spaces to light the trees and do all the fun events that we do downtown. So please, make an effort to shop local. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mayor. The next item is public participation, and this would cover agenda items 5 through now 23. So just for agenda items, public participation is open. You'll have another chance to comment at the end of the meeting on any other matters. Open? Nobody? All right, let's go ahead and close public participation, and we will move on to council comments. Councilmember Burrell?
Yeah, looking forward to lighting of the trees, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And for you staff, you don't have to worry about a council meeting next week. We got it out of the way for you.
Well done. All right, Councilman Gammon.
Hello, everyone. Looking forward to my first tree lighting on this side of the podium, and want to congratulate St. Michael's for making it to the next round of the playoff. They'll be playing Friday, so hopefully everybody in Fairhope can come out and support them. Another local high school looking for that championship. And then just a comment here, and Mayor, I meant to get with you earlier, but saw that article in Lagniappe here recently, and I had a few citizens reach out to me asking about it, and just would love to get some more information about the consultant fees that are paid through their coaches and others, and just understanding all the information around that, because the article paints it a certain way, or maybe has more questions, but I know that we have some good answers, so just want to get that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Robinson.
Yeah, I'd like to congratulate our Fairhope High School team on a great season. They played the number one team in the state Friday night, gave them everything they wanted. Couple of things go a different way. Things could have turned out differently. But overall, those kids had a fantastic season and really represented us well.
Councilwoman Booth.
Oh, yeah. I'd just like to say, nice haircut, Jay. And happy Thanksgiving to everyone. And I'm going to be getting on the train going to New Orleans with my husband. I'll tell you all about it when I get back. And I hope you guys have some delicious food with family and friends and have a great holiday.
All right, I'll just add, tree lighting is one of my absolute favorite events in downtown Fairhope. Really is like a Hallmark movie, and just a great way to kick off the holiday season. So look forward to seeing everybody out there tonight. And since we're bragging on St. Michael's and Fairhope, probably we ought to throw Bayside in the mix. They've had a great season too. So all the local represented high schools have had fantastic football seasons. So I guess that speaks about the prominence of football in Baldwin County in South Alabama. So, all right, moving right along. First item up is the final adoption of an ordinance to amend zoning ordinance 1253 and to zone the property of Ashay Properties to R1 low-density single-family residential district for Hilltop North concurrent with annexation. The property is approximately 14 acres and is located at 6796 Twin Beach Road. It was introduced at the November 10th council meeting. Hunter, yes, sir.
Thank you, Council President. We did discuss this, so this is a full video, won't go as in the past meeting. If anyone wants to look at that, this is usually a more condensed version. The property is, as you said, on Twin Beach Road and shown by the yellow halo. It is currently within the county, and it is zoned BCZ district, which is kind of a holding spot. This is the boundary survey showing kind of the existing trees and kind of the work that's been done. A lot of times we don't get this level of information at a zoning case. The question, I believe, and that came up, this is a request for R1 zoning, which has some dimensional requirements, 15,000 square foot lots minimums, and 100-foot wide. That's two of the dimensional requirements. As you see the acreage and you look at, we'll just do that math, how many lots this creates. It's not quite the whole story on this one, but we don't typically look at site plans. That doesn't mean that homework hasn't been done on this. There is an existing cell tower. Jade is the engineer of record on this one. The Shays are here also to discuss. So just kind of want to give you a little background, because I think last meeting, there's a kind of request for a site plan. They did bring that. That's not the only one that we've seen. We typically don't show that in a straight zoning request, but I think at least the one, what we've seen is, I think they're on their third or fourth iteration, making changes, looking at tree surveys, redoing the lines. So that was brought for the meeting tonight, just so you can have a chance to see what they're thinking there. And I mean, some of these conversations, they probably have more complaints with us because it's been about 8 months even getting to this point. Because I think there's want to have assurance that, you know, what can be done. So they've done a good job of looking at wetlands on the very eastern side of the lot, how to deal with that cell tower, and connecting to Hilltop to the south. So With that said, we did recommend approval of this. This is limited to single-family residential, one house per lot. While there are some common spaces, public spaces and schools allowed in R1 also, that would be the only limit. But nothing of the sort is being proposed other than the common areas that will be as their green space provided. So we did make a recommendation of approval. The Planning Commission also comes to you unanimously recommending approval. Jade is here as well as the Shays, and if there's any questions I can answer, I'll be happy to.
Questions for Hunter?
Hunter, with the cell tower out parcel there, I know they said that right now there's no plans, but if there were plans to knock it down next year, 5 years, 10 years from now, are they completely within the right to do that and then add additional lots onto the space?
They can't just do that by right.
Right.
I mean, they would have to come through a subdivision to do that. I will tell you, with the construction of this cell tower, I don't think it's going to be coming down anytime soon. But theoretically, they could come in with a subdivision and have R1 zoning, which would allow 15,000 square foot lots. That is also where the wetlands are, so that would further limit development of that side of the property. But we would look at those if that was ever proposed and have a public hearing process for review.
Can I piggyback on that, Mr. Chairman?
Absolutely.
I asked that same question about that. So it is going to be an underlying zoning of R1 on that. It's not like commercial and so it'd be subject, like you said, to all R1. And it's just a non-conforming use right now, right?
Yes, and that cell tower could not be built inside the city limits. So as it's coming in, it continues to exist as a non-conforming, completely okay to maintain that. But if it comes down, a cell tower of that size couldn't go back
up.
unless we have different, that could be 30 years down the road and we might have different regulations. But as it sits today, that couldn't go back up.
Any other questions for
I
Hunter?
move for final adoption.
Got a motion.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
I do want to thank the developers for bringing in the plat and, because this is a zoning case, and it's much appreciated that. Looks great. I didn't think I would have any problem with it, but I really kind of want to set a precedent for others that may not be looking after anything other than the most money they can make, and that's why I kind of picked on y'all when it was introduced. I want you to know that. Thank you.
All right, so we got a motion and a second for final adoption. Clerk, would you call the question?
Council President,
Aye?
place 1,
Aye.
place 2,
Aye.
place 4,
Aye.
place 5.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, motion passes. Next item on the agenda is a final adoption, and this is an ordinance repealing and replacing ordinance number 722, Chapter 21, Article 6 of Garbage and Trash Collection and Disposal, Sections 21-76 and 21-77, and it was also introduced at the November 10th City Council meeting, and as George said earlier, it's really just kind of cleaning up some items in that ordinance. It's just cleaning up some items in that ordinance. Thank you. I'll sit a little closer to the mic. Any questions for George?
Move for final adoption.
We've got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right, clerk, if you'll call the question.
Council President,
Aye?
place 1,
Aye.
place 2,
Aye.
place 4,
Aye.
place 5.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Agenda item number 7 is the final adoption of an ordinance to amend ordinance number 1689, the bylaws of the Environmental Advisory Board. This was introduced at the November 10th meeting as well, and I believe this was just staggering some terms, changing the date, or changing the time to where they meet every other month instead of monthly.
Move for final adoption.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right, clerk, if you'll call the question.
Council President,
Aye?
place 1,
Aye.
place 2,
Aye.
place 4,
Aye.
place 5.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Item number 8 is a resolution that the mayor is hereby authorized to accept the FAA funding of $919,099 and the 2.5% funding from ALDOT on behalf of the City of Fairhope Airport Authority, or the Fairhope Airport Authority, for the replacement of taxiway lighting and guidance signage project. As Councilman Burrell mentioned earlier, as Airport Authority liaison, he said this is just something we're accepting on behalf of them as sort of the city sponsor.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Yeah, I should have mentioned that in my report, is that this will be, following right on the heels of the runway construction. So they'll be starting this. They may have already started this as we're closing out the runway rehabilitation, but this should be completed fairly soon.
All right. Any further discussion? All right, all those in favor of the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. Item 9 is a resolution that the city council approves the selection of Hope Hicks with Ball, Matthews, and Novak for professional legal services, human resources and labor, and employment advice and counseling to the city of Fairhope, and hereby authorizes Mayor Sherry Sullivan to execute the associated engagement letter. And this is an annual contract or an annual engagement letter we have with them. Questions for Hannah or for the mayor?
Move to approve the selection.
All right, we've got a motion
Second?
and a second. Any further discussion? All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Item number 10 is a resolution that the city council approves the selection of an attorney with Jones Walker LLP for professional legal services in the event of a conflict and prevents Arundel, Harrison, and Sale LLC from representing the city of Fairhope, and hereby authorizes Mayor Sherry Sullivan to execute the associated engagement letter.
So moved.
Second?
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
And that guy can thread a needle, let me tell you what, he had a tough 4 years here. He got through it, too.
All right, hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, any opposed? Item number 11 is a resolution that Mayor Sherry Sullivan is hereby authorized to execute a contract with Grant Management, Inc. for professional consulting services for grants and grant management with a not-to-exceed amount of $24,000.
Motion to approve?
Got a motion
Second.
and a second. Any further discussion?
Budgeted. It's budgeted.
Yep, budgeted item. All right. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Item number 12 is a resolution that Mayor Sherry Sullivan is hereby authorized to execute contract amendment number 1 for RFQ 25-004 for professional engineering services for the installation of a new lift station on Scenic Highway 98 and lift station upgrade at the Grand Hotel with a cost of $37,500, and to award the contract amendment number 1 to Three Notch Group, Inc., former name CDG, Inc. The new contract total will be $367,500. That extra $37,500 would cover the scope, survey, CE&I, and this is basically additional work that's needed because of the bridge work that's going to be done at that site and the extra repair down there by the hotel. So, council, any questions on that for Daryl? He's here.
Motion to approve?
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or
I'm
any
gonna abstain.
abstentions?
Yeah, I'll
One
abstain from
abstention. Thank you, sir. All right. Item number 13 is a resolution that the city of Fairhope approves the award of the request for quotes for labor and materials for the structure over the wastewater treatment plant belt press to Roof Doctors for a not-to-exceed project cost of $54,936. This is a public works project. It'll be less than $100,000 and therefore does not need to be formally bid out. And as Councilman Burrell pointed out, this is a total project with a ballpark price of $100,000. So they didn't exactly hit that nail on the head exactly perfectly, but this is just one component of that, and it's sort of a drawdown, the way we approach that.
Move to approve the award.
All right, right, I'll second.
We got a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
I'm just going to add that it is budgeted and it is coming in with the pieces. It is coming.
Ultimately, will be.
In
the
under budget. And I'll go ahead and save myself the breath of 14 through 18 are all budgeted too.
There you go. All right, all those in favor of item 13, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Item number 14 is a resolution that the city of Fairhope has voted to approve the monthly service for grease abatement from Envirotech of America, Inc. as a sole source distributor and authorizes procurement based on the option allowed by the Code of Alabama, and the annual cost will not exceed $75,000. And this is a product that just kind of consumes the grease, helps it.
Move to approve the monthly service for the grease abatement.
Second.
All right, we've got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, the motion carries. Item number 15 is a resolution that the city of Fairhope approves the fiscal year 2026 annual flower procurement with a total cost not to exceed, I've got $112,118.58. There's a total package of $165.5, but we have already spent some of that money. So the $112,118.58 is the remaining amount, so we don't want to accidentally approve more than we intended originally, so.
I'll make a motion to approve with the amended amount of $112,118,
All right,
58 cents.
58 cents.
and 58 cents. We got a motion and a second.
No.
Any further
Yeah,
discussion?
and I'm sorry, because I was late for the work session, but there was only one bid on this, or how does that work? Because this was over 100,000, but it was multiple, just trying to get clarity on
We'll
that.
actually bid out we just approved the dollar amount, and then you bid it out.
There was a resolution that was done in 2010 to allow that, like, tulips is one type,
Huh.
and then this other flower is another type, and so when they take the different types, it makes it where we don't have to bid out each flowers, but we come to the council to authorize as a whole for the
A spending limit.
Correct.
yes,
Right.
spending limit, and so our budget was 165, and the council's already taken two actions back in the summer to go ahead and order the tulips. That was 137,000, and then we did another winter purchase, and so that's the reason we're reducing it down to the 112.
That wasn't a resolution, wasn't that an opinion? Yeah, I think it was an opinion, yeah.
But we still follow our internal processes to bid out and make sure that
Absolutely,
we're getting the
yeah,
lower,
yeah.
best price. Okay.
And some of it is, to be honest, probably some of it is sole source, because varieties of flowers, they're hard to find.
Right.
You have to source them from different places, but again, yes, and we did, I think what we got was an opinion, if I'm not mistaken, Marcus. Do you remember? Yeah, okay.
AG opinion,
It was AG or league opinion saying that you could,
a league
Yeah.
opinion, okay.
saying that we could source them the way we were.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thanks, Kim.
We have to have our flowers. That's a nod
Oh,
to
yeah.
our previous Mayor Nix and Tim Cant. And Fairhope was made on those flowers, pretty much created the beauty.
We have a motion to approve the procurement.
Yeah, we've got a motion and a second, I believe.
We have a motion to amend.
Oh, a motion to amend, okay. Did we need a motion to amend that, or I read it with the 112, would that be sufficient then?
Correct.
All right, so would someone like to make a motion to approve the
So moved.
resolution? We got a motion?
Second.
Yeah.
Jay made a motion for
Jay made a
the,
motion to approve
the
the
approved
procurement in
amount.
that amount, I think.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
I did.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, so we got a motion
So we can
and a
just vote,
second
I think,
at
right?
this point. Everyone in
I
favor?
call the
of-
question. I call for
Yeah,
the
everyone in favor of the flowers?
question. Aye.
Aye.
All right. That passes.
Sorry to confuse everyone.
Item number 16 is a resolution that the city of Fairhope approves the procurement of fiscal year 2026 potting soil, Sungrow, from Sungrow Horticulture as sole source and manufacturer. The annual cost is estimated at $56,856 plus fuel surcharge.
I'll move to approve the procurement of this budgeted item.
Second.
We've got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right, hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion passes. Number 11 is a resolution to award bid 26-006 to Image Solutions USA for flame-resistant FR uniform pants and outerwear, an annual contract for an annual contract amount not to exceed $60,000.
I'll move to award the bid on this budgeted item.
Second.
Got a motion and a second.
And I'd love to see that they have a 3-year price lock, looks like, which was fantastic, yeah. Love that bid paperwork.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor of the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion passes. Item number 18 is a resolution that the city of Fairhope has voted to approve the upgrade of the existing downtown announcement system and upgrade the audio system Wi-Fi from G&H Systems as a sole source distributor, and authorizes procurement based on the option allowed by the Code of Alabama in 1975. The cost of the announcement system upgrade will not exceed $68,150, and the cost of the Wi-Fi upgrade will not exceed $23,565. That's approximately $91,500 approximately.
I'll move to approve the upgrades at a total budgeted cost of $91,715.
And there's your exact amount. We got a motion
Second.
and a second. Any further discussion?
Looking forward to it.
All right. All those in favor of the upgrade, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, motion passes. Item number 19 is a resolution that the city of Fairhope has voted to approve TrueNarc Delta Model and TrueNarc Solution Kit Type H2 as sole source with Thermo Scientific portable analytical instruments, and authorizes procurement based on the option allowed by the Code of Alabama. The total cost will not exceed $38,950, and the city of Fairhope also authorizes the use of funds from the McKesson, Alabama Settlement Agreement. This purchase constitutes a public purpose, and the city can further safeguard the safety of its staff and residents with this portable drug analyzer. And as Chief mentioned, this is a product, it basically identifies numerous drugs that would allow police to determine what they are before having to handle them, which could be very valuable in saving either lives or just preventing harm and sickness. And it is being funded from money from settlement from the opioid class action suits.
Moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion passes. Item 20 is a resolution that Mayor Sherry Sullivan is hereby authorized to execute a contract with Pyro Productions, Inc. for a professional consultant for RFQ of PS 26-009 for design and production of fireworks display for the New Year's Eve 2025 with a not-to-exceed amount of $12,000 pursuant to the Code of Alabama Pyrotechnic Shooter Law. Got a
Second.
motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Budgeted.
All right, thank you, sir. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And I'm going to abstain again. I do business with Pyrotechnico, so,
Okay.
yeah, Power Productions. Yeah, but just,
Yeah, probably all right on that.
yeah, just be safe. It's going to pass, so you don't need my vote.
All right, item number 21 is a resolution that Mayor Sherry Sullivan is hereby authorized to execute a contract between the City of Fairhope and Music Garden to provide musical entertainment at the City of Fairhope's New Year's Eve 2025 celebration for a not-to-exceed amount of $9,500, and authorize the city treasurer to pay $9,500 payable to Music Garden with execution of contract prior to performance, exemption from formal bidding per the Code of Alabama.
Move. Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Budgeted.
All right. Looking forward to that event as well. All those in favor of the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 22, this is a add-on resolution, and this is a resolution number 5607-25. It is hereby amended to increase the cost of the annual renewal of the Microsoft 365 licenses that is an Omnia Partners contract with an SHI International org by $7,824.03. The new total cost will be $100,970.39.
So moved.
Got Got a motion and a second, and we did have discussion on this during the work session. Jeff did mention that he also got the price down from 122,000 was what they had originally come back to him with, so he was able to get it down some from that, even though we're having to pay up a little bit. But we've got to have our email, got to have access to this, so. We've got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. And item 23 is also an add-on. This is a resolution to award bid to Donald Smith Company, Inc. for well number 8 cleaning and pump replacement with a bid proposal not to exceed $149,275. This is to replace the catastrophic failure we had on pump, on well number 8, on the pump there. And this item, the bid was just opened today, so we had to walk it on for that reason, for them to be given time to work through that. But otherwise, it would have been on the agenda Monday night, not as a walk-on, so. Questions for Darrell on
I had
that?
just one quick question. It won't affect my vote when it has to be done. But Darrell, is this well number 8, has this one been having recurring problems? Is this, we've bid on a lot of pumps and a lot of wells lately, and,
This one has not yet.
okay, good. All right, good deal.
Nice
All
qualifier.
right.
All right. All those in favor of this resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, resolution passes, and next item is public participation, item 24. Anybody left to speak? All right, floor is open. Seeing no one, floor is closed. And do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Thanksgiving.